those people that do not have a way to the poll, we're willing to take you. I have about 16 people that have volunteered to take people to the polls.
No. Is there something you don't like?
I think that we definitely need more immigration reform in the United States.
This is Northeast Georgia's only local source for TV news. From the Grady College at the University of Georgia, this is Grady Newsource.
Find out how local kids are getting involved in this year's election. Students and professors voice their concerns about immigration. Coming up.
Election day is almost over. Good evening. I'm Ariel Mallory.
And I'm Daniel Vigneault. In less than 2 hours, polling locations close here in Northeast Georgia.
We have reporters live at an Athens polling station and where the Clark County votes coming in, as well as coverage, plus the latest local, state, and national election news.
But first, we have breaking news. Police say one person may have life-threatening injuries after a car wreck late this afternoon in downtown Athens. Traffic is finally cleared up in the area after a two-car crash blocked the intersection of West Broad and King Avenue. The two drivers of these cars were both taken to the hospital. Police have not identified them, but added that while one appeared to have significant injuries, the other driver did not appear seriously hurt. Police say one vehicle turned in front of the other at the intersection, and this forced one truck to crash into this electrical pole. The other SUV ran off the road. We'll continue to provide updates at GradyNewsource.com.
Now we go live to reporter Cam Gaskins at the Athens Multimodal Transportation Center. Cam, how are things down at the polls?
Well, Ariel, we've been talking a lot this election cycle about the record-breaking early voter numbers that we've seen here in Athens, Clark County. And from the looks of it today, those early voters have had a huge impact on lines at the polls today. As you said, I'm here at the Athens Transit Multimodal Center, and there's no line coming out the door right now. And every precinct that I've talked to today, all the workers have been saying how big of a deal these early voter turnouts have had on the lines today. Now, I haven't been able to get any numbers from this precinct or any of the other precincts from counties surrounding Athens, but as one of the workers told us today, they've been very, very busy, even with the voter turnouts or the early voter turnouts being what they have been. There have been a lot of people coming in today, but these workers have been hard at work all day, making sure those voters have been getting through in a very timely fashion. Reporting live from the Athens Transit Multimodal Center, I'm Cam Gaskins, Grady Newsource.
Thanks, Cam. Polls will be open until 7 p.m. tonight.
Even when the polls close here, polls are still open out west. In an early exit poll, on Politico.com, predictions have Hillary Clinton in the lead to win this election. But of course, there's no way of knowing that until all polls are closed and all votes are in. Here in Athens, though, the turnout was lighter than normal.
Grady Newsource reporter Mackenzie Lewis was at the polls today, speaking with voters and officials. Mackenzie?
In just a few hours, votes from around Athens, Clark County will be counted right here at this location behind me. Now, I went to several different locations earlier today where the votes were being counted, and they were telling me that there were hardly any lines earlier today. And they think that the early voting may have a lot to do with the short lines.
Clark Central High School, Athens Fire Station number 7, and Memorial Park all have something in common. No lines to vote on Election Day. Voter Brittany Tippins was shocked when it only took her 15 minutes to vote at Clark Central.
I expected a very long line, but to my surprise, there was really not too many people out here, and that's kind of a good thing because I did not want to wait in a long line.
Poll manager Nan Leathers has worked these polls for over 42 years. She says this year is a little different.
Early voting helped tremendously. Especially in the precincts that had a lot of college students, because we have a lot of problems with their registrations.
She says opening a new precinct at the Tate Student Center helped ease the lines. At the fire station off Barnett Shoals, poll worker Mally Brossett said they had an exciting morning.
The first couple of hours were really busy. We voted more than 200 people in the first 2 hours.
Polling officials from all 3 precincts say it could get just as busy as people get off work. But if you haven't voted yet, Brossett has a message for you.
Come here, even if you're not registered in Athens, Clark County, we can still vote you for president as long as you're registered in Georgia, so statewide offices as well.
Like you just heard Brossett say, even if you're not registered to vote in Athens, Clark County, you can still vote. The polls do close at 7 p.m., But if you're standing in line at 7, they'll still let you vote. Reporting live from Athens, Clarke County, Mackenzie Lewis, Grady Newsource.
For a full list of where you can vote, head over to GradyNewsource.com.
You still have some time left to cast your vote, and if you have a problem getting to the polls to do so, there's help available.
John Wilcox is busy today.
Well, I'm happy to take people to the polls. I try to be enthusiastic.
He's given several rides to and from voting locations. Uber riders will find this special feature when they log into the app to help them find the right voting place. The available cars on the map are decorated with the stars and stripes. But if you can't pay for transportation, there's a free ride available. Tammy Johnson is taking advantage of the Athens nonprofit organization Economic Justice Coalition.
And then it came up on the radio where they'll pick you up, so she gave me the number, and I called, so forth and so on, and they got in touch with me pretty quick.
Economic Justice Coalition Executive Director Wenda Lloyd says that their organization fights for workers' rights and that having a voice in the voting process is crucial for everyone. She says she doesn't think there's an excuse not to vote.
For those people that do not have a way to the poll, we're willing to take you. I have about 16 people that have volunteered to take people to the polls.
Local voters are weighing in on more than just presidential and congressional races this year. There are 4 proposed constitutional amendments on the state ballot: the Opportunity School District proposal, funding for the safe harbor for sexually exploited children, and a repeal of the Judicial Qualifications Commission and distribution of the tax on fireworks. Oconee County voters will say yay or nay to Sunday alcohol sales and an East Bloss renewal. The Jackson County ballot features several fire advisory board positions and a soil and water conservation supervisor. And voters in several other Northeast Georgia counties will cast their ballot in other various local races. We'll cover the live results of all of these races starting tonight at 8 p.m.
If you still need a place to watch the election, we've got you covered. Reporter Brittany Johnson explores the many places that Republicans and Democrats can get together and watch the highly anticipated election.
Whether you're with Hillary Clinton or Donald Trump, there's a place for you to watch both of the presidential candidates tonight at a local viewing party near you. The University Union is sponsoring a viewing party at the University of Georgia's Tate Grand Hall.
The election this year is a very big trending topic that's happening this year, so we decided to create a political series for that. And we had a bunch of different viewing parties. We had a voter registration drive, and it's just to get the UGA student body engaged.
Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump may be on UGA's campus today, but later on tonight, citizens from around the world will see who will be the next U.S. president. But viewers 18 and over can enjoy live on the big screen at the Georgia Theater in an informal setting.
So basically anyone will come in. If they want to come upstairs and be outside where it's a little cooler or smoke a cigarette or something, they can come watch up here and have some food, or they can be downstairs and watch down there. Basically, if you're here tonight, you're going to be watching the election results for sure.
Alpha Phi Omega fraternity president Crystal Evans says that even though they are hosting a nonpartisan viewing party tonight, she thinks that everyone should remain rational when they receive news of the presidential outcome.
I definitely feel like no matter what the result of the election is, the outcome is definitely going to be a divided nation.
Brittany Johnson, Grady Newsource.
The Clarke County Democratic Committee will host a viewing party event tonight at the Southern Brewing Company, and the Athens GOP will host their viewing party at Locos Bar and Grill on Barnett Shoals Road. Both events will start at 7 p.m. and end at 11.
When it comes to immigration, Clinton and Trump think and talk differently. It's those differences that have students and professors on the University of Georgia campus talking about the role of needs to undocumented students in the election and in their future. Grady Newsource reporter Kendall Meisner shows you how the outcome of this election could impact undocumented students.
Happy Election Day! Everybody make sure you go vote!
After 2 weeks of long lines for early voting, Election Day is here. One of the issues experts say could impact the results is the Latino vote and the candidates' positions on immigration. Republican Ben Grayson has a strong opinion on the issue of undocumented students.
In a state-funded university, no, I don't think that they should have the same rights to access for education as citizens.
One local expert, Marcus Krapaz, thinks it will take a while for immigration issues to change, though.
This is the Obama administration right now, and we're seeing these issues.
unfolding. And in other words, and some undocumented students are not allowed to take courses at the top schools. And I don't see why that would immediately change if Hillary Clinton comes to power.
It's if she doesn't come to power that concerns members of a local activist group, the Undocumented Student Alliance. One of those members is Jessica Pasquarello.
There's definitely a major fear of Trump getting elected because I feel as though all of his xenophobic rhetoric will essentially spread throughout the United States.
No matter what the outcome of the election is, the members of the Undocumented Student Alliance say they will continue their fight towards helping undocumented students receive higher education at the top 5 schools in Georgia. Kendall Meissner, Grady Newsource.
Locally, the Undocumented Student Alliance is combating 2 proposals by the Georgia Board of Regents. Those proposals deal with which universities undocumented students can attend and the price that they'll have to pay to attend those universities.
Next, we will take a look at a community center that found a unique way to get children involved in the election.